Hello all, in today's class we'll be seeing about diffusion limited and perfusion limited gases. So coming to this image, here we are going to see how the oxygen is getting diffused from the alveoli to the pulmonary capillary. So the partial pressure of oxygen is 100 mmHg, whereas the partial pressure of oxygen in the pulmonary capillary is 40 mmHg. So here it is showing the deoxygenated blood and pink is showing the oxygenated blood, and this is showing the total length of the capillary. So what is happening? By then this RBCs reach almost about one third of the capillaries. There is oxygenation taking place. The partial pressure from 40 mmHg is becoming to 100 mmHg through the diffusion of oxygen. So we all know that diffusion takes place from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. So here the pressure is 100 mmHg. So when the pressure here is 40 mmHg, this will cause a pressure gradient and this will cause exchange of oxygen from the alveoli to the pulmonary capillary. So here is they are showing here as a graphical representation. This is the distance along the capillary. So the distance is 100%. We can see that the saturation of oxygen is 100% even before it is less than 50%. That is almost when it reaches about the one third of the capillaries, the oxygen is becoming 100% saturated. Next we'll be seeing about diffusion limited gases. So to remember in one line, the diffusion limited gases or diffusion limited problem arises when there is problem in the respiratory membrane or pulmonary membrane or the alveolar capillary membrane. So what is happening here? The person is ingesting carbon monoxide. So if a person is smoker, he gets to ingest carbon monoxide. This carbon monoxide passes through the pulmonary capillaries, or the here it is called as the respiratory membrane or the alveolar membrane. So it causes to the pulmonary membrane or the respiratory membrane or the alveolar capillary membrane. So if the concentration of the carbon monoxide in the alveoli is in case 10 mmHg, what is going to happen? So this will lead to forming of the bonds here. The carbon monoxide ingested will form tight bonds with the RBCs present in the pulmonary capillaries. Because it is forming tight bonds here, there is no increase in partial pressure of the carbon monoxide in the pulmonary blood vessels. So the partial pressure here is going to be 0. So here the partial pressure is 10 mmHg in the alveoli, whereas the partial pressure of the carbon monoxide in the pulmonary capillary is going to be 0 mmHg. Because of the pressure gradient, there is further transfer of the gases. So if the gas should be diffusion limited, what should happen here is, if there is any pathology in the respiratory membrane, this will lead to decreased diffusion of the gases. So here is again a graphical representation. Here they are showing the distance along the capillary. So this is showing the total length of the capillary. Even when this hemoglobin molecule passes through a total length of the capillary, the partial pressure of carbon monoxide is not increased. Why is it not increased here? Because it is forming a tight bond here. So that is what they are showing. Diffusion limited, the most important gas is the carbon monoxide. The partial pressure is not increased here because it is forming a tight bonds here, and this is going to remain 10 mmHg only because it is forming a tight bonds. There is no partial pressure here in the capillary, and this will lead to increase pressure gradient and it is going to remain 0. This pressure gradient will help in transfer of carbon monoxide from the alveolus to the pulmonary capillary. Next we'll be seeing about the perfusion limited gases. So what is perfusion limited gases? According to John B. West, there is an author called as John B. West. He has said that imagine you have a herd of sheep here and you have a narrow gate or a proper gate, but the room can accommodate only one sheep or the one goat in the other side. So this type is called as the perfusion limited. If the room size is increased, you can accommodate all the sheep or the goat. The entry is also fine. There is no problem with the gate or something. So this kind is called as a perfusion limited. In case of diffusion limited, you have an adequate room, you have 10 number of sheeps, so there is a room for accommodate 10 number of sheeps, but the door is not proper. The door can accommodate only one sheep. So that is the case of diffusion limited. In diffusion limited, there is a pathology in the respiratory membrane, whereas in perfusion limited, there is a pathology or there is no adequate accommodation here. So if the accommodation is large, you can accommodate more number of sheep or goats. The same thing is here. This, in case a person ingests nitrous oxide, what is going to happen? It travels through the respiratory membrane. After going to the respiratory membrane, it is not forming any bonds with the hemoglobin molecule here. Here you can see the red line. Here it is not forming any bonds with the hemoglobin molecule. So what is happening? Because there is no bonds forming with the hemoglobin molecules, this will lead to increase of partial pressure in the pulmonary capillary. When the partial pressure is increased, there no diffusion from the alveolus can be taking place. For the further diffusion to happen, there should be fresh replenishment of the blood. If there is fresh replenishment of the blood, more and more nitrous oxide can come here. So there is a graph showing the same thing, distance along the capillary. By then, similarly, likewise oxygen, when it reaches almost 1/3 of the capillaries, this nitrous oxide is going to become 100% saturated. So this kind is called as the perfusion limited. So oxygen is perfusion limited in normal cases. It becomes diffusion limited when there is pathology in the respiratory membrane or the pulmonary membrane. So this is that they are showing. So is oxygen perfusion or diffusion limited? So oxygen is perfusion limited in normal conditions and it becomes diffusion limited when there is pathology in the respiratory membrane. And here is the graph showing the time in the capillary as well as the partial pressure. If you see that the nitrous oxide and oxygen, by then it reaches about 1/3 of the capillaries, that is in less than 0.25 seconds it is becoming saturated. Whereas carbon monoxide, though it goes through all through the capillary, the partial pressure is not increasing because it is forming tight bonds with the hemoglobin molecule.